name's James Michael Kale, and I'm the owner-operator of Glass by James Michael. Our intent is to bring you a little short film about once a week, talk a little bit about the glass shop and how we do everything we do. So we're going to start today just with what the equipment is, and we'll kind of go from there. So let's start with the furnace. Furnace is what you need to melt your batch in, batch being the raw material that's going to end up being your glass. This one holds about 600 pounds of molten glass when it's full. That's pretty big for a small studio. You can get away with a batch size of maybe 60, 70 pounds if you're going to start with a small studio, not doing a whole lot of production work. So it doesn't need to be this big, but it needs to do the same thing. It needs to be able to put your batch in, bring it up to the melting point, have enough control over it that you can control the temperature, fine it out, and you want to do that as efficiently as possible. So lots of insulation, the right materials all make a difference. And as we work the glass, we're going to need to reheat it. As the glass cools, it's going to freeze. We want to bring it back up in temperature. Now, if you've been to Murano or Italy, you've seen where the guys go in and reheat in the same furnace that they pulled the glass out of. And that's certainly a possibility, but it's an awful expensive way of going about it. It's actually going to be cheaper for you to have a furnace that has a door on it that stays closed all the time, and then have a second reheat furnace. What we have is very simple, a bucket full of fire. They're known in the trade as a glory hole. You're either going to be a hero or a zero when you come out of there, especially when you're doing a big fluted piece. For burner blocks and doors, simple barn doors. We've seen lots of different styles of doors, pneumatic doors, hydraulic doors, round doors, square doors, all kinds of things. In this studio, over the last 25 years, we've learned to keep it real simple. Nice, simple barn doors, easiest way to go. If you need to step down, you can put one set on top of another on top of another. Nothing goes wrong with that. If you make your glass and you finish it up, you can't just let it sit outside and let it cool. It'll shatter for you, so it has to be annealed. Now, when you go online, you start looking around for annealing ovens, you'll find some pretty fancy stuff and like that. But what you have to think about is what an oven really is. It's just a box that you can control the temperature of. We believe in not spending any more money than we have to, and we love recycling old stuff and finding a new purpose for it. So I learned a long time ago that we build our ovens primarily out of old refrigerator freezers. Gives you two ovens all at once. Great box, strip everything out, take it to the recycler, you get a few bucks back for it. You can get the freezers and refrigerators usually for free on the side of the road. Somebody's got a new one. Want to get rid of the old one, they're happy to have you take it away. Strip it out, put some fiber fracks in there, some good quality insulation, an electric element, hook it up to a basic controller. So those are the basics. Batch furnace, reheat furnace, oven. So as we go along in this series, we're going to have an opportunity to build things and to show you the workings on things and how to build a studio and what to do with it once you have it built. But you may have specific questions about this, that, or something else that we're looking at, or maybe an idea that you would like to hear us talk about or explain. If so, please write us a little note, put it in the comment sections below, and as soon as we can, we'll get a chance to read those and respond to you. Now, don't expect a response like in 30 seconds. This isn't a text message or anything like that. We're going to take it and take our time with it and see. Maybe you have an idea that we'll use for our next episode or one in the future. So don't be afraid. Comment. We'll try to get back to you. Oh, yeah, and if you don't have anything good to say or you're not a legitimate comment, if you just want to be a hater and a flamer and like that, well, screw you. We don't need you, and nobody else needs you on the net either. So if you're going to do that, just keep it to yourself. If you have legit questions, want to really know something, go ahead and ask. Thanks.